Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, y'all. Welcome back to Real Queens, Real Talk. Thought I was quicker than that. Welcome back to Real Queens, Real Talk, y'all, with a gentleman's perspective. We are your lovely co-hosts and panel of family. See, I'm all the way not together, y'all. I'm Auntie Momo, y'all. Hey, y'all. Hey, what's going on? Of course, we got Sunshine, y'all. I've been missing Sunshine. Have y'all been missing Sunshine? I have been missing me some Sunshine, y'all. She is back here with us.
Yes, I'm back.
Yes, y'all. We got everybody's favorite little brother, Ms. 14. And of course, the brother you call when some shit finna go down, Sir Neil Hurston. Bitch, come on now. Who else are you gonna call? Not Ghostbusters, goddamn. Welcome back, y'all. I hope everybody had a blessed Sunday. I hope everybody had a prosperous weekend. I hope everybody had a good weekend. Shout out to everybody that is here so far. Fabulous Peach, what's going on, girl?
Hey, Fabulous.
One of our executive couch producers, Tiffany. What's going on, Miss Tiffany? I'm not Tiffany Tracy. I'm sorry. I'm looking at Tiffany as well. As well as Tiffany in the building. What's going on, boo boo? Our other executive couch producer, Brandy, should be here momentarily. Sending some love and some prayers to our sis Miss 42. She can't be here with us tonight. Also, be sure to keep not only our sis Miss 42 in your prayers, keep our sis Cola in your prayers. Just because she can't be here with us tonight, because she's out grinding doing other things. If y'all don't know about Cola's channel, y'all need to find somebody that knows somebody to tell somebody about Cola's channel, because she is doing the damn thing with this nature boy. When I tell you, it's like everybody and their mama know about Cola, okay? And if you want to know all about Nature Boy, if you don't know anything about Nature Boy, you're interested about it, follow Cola, okay? Somebody, if you can, if y'all can drop down her information, her channel information down in the chat, I would greatly appreciate that. If not, I'll find it in just a little bit. But follow her if you want the latest, and she stays up to date with all the information about Nature Boy. Also, make sure you are shopping Cola James Customs Original. It's www.customsbycola.com. Make sure you're checking her out. Also, yes, Customs by Cola.
Yeah.
You need the nice glasses in your life, okay? Also, make sure you are checking out Sir Neil Hurston. Sir Neil, tell us what you were doing this weekend.
Oh, um,
I put him on the spot. Yeah, I put him on the spot, y'all. What was you doing this weekend, Sir Neil? Because I'm proud of you,
celebrated.
boy.
Okay, we celebrated. It was called the Queerthon. It was by the Content Network. Basically, it's a circle of queer artists from around the world, that indie queer artists that get together and share their music. So it started off in quarantine because we couldn't perform in clubs or anything like that. And we just started connecting, and it was hosted by Chaos the Rapper. It was hosted by Yvonne Scarlett out the UK. It was also produced by DJ Baker, he does like the top 40 queer in hip hop every month. I've been on them charts. I started down at number 30. I'm at number 26 now. You know what I'm saying? Going up and down, but I'm on them charts.
That's
But
right.
we
You
just
there, though.
celebrated each other. We just shared our music, in our comfort of, in our queerdom, because that's so vast. And we were all in there just sharing our hip hop. We had country singers in there too, and it was just a celebration, and the second annual Queerathon, and there will be a third annual Queerathon. So you don't have to be queer to enjoy it, because it was just music, interviews. It was like the gay MTV Video Awards. So, and that's about it. And it was fun. I opened it, you know what I'm saying, the show with my song Black as Ever, where you can get right now on all streaming networks, Sir Neil Hurston. You can look me up on everywhere, so you can get that up, the video out too. So that's what I was doing. It was a 2 day thing, and it was fun.
Congratulations to you, Sir
Great.
Neil. Like I said, I just want to be able to say that I know who you was. That's it. I don't need no money, no nothing. I just want to be able to say I know who you was. And I'm proud of you. You are doing the damn thing. If y'all don't know, y'all know y'all he's streaming music on all platforms. So you can get him on iTunes, all that. My two favorite songs are Walk Like Naomi and Black as Ever. They're my jams. When I'm telling you that damn Walk Like Naomi will make you feel like you that bitch. I'm not telling you what I heard. I'm telling you what I know, goddamn it, because I done heard the shit, okay? Check him out. That's what y'all need to do, okay?
Thank
Um,
you.
Shout out to Brandy and Fabulous Peach that's in the building. There go our executive couch producer right there holding us down. What's going on, Brandy? So, and baby sis won't be able to join us tonight either because she's taking care of some things with her kids. So y'all keep baby sis and Cola and Miss 42 in y'all's prayers, okay? But let's see what we gonna be getting into tonight, y'all. Tonight we're gonna be talking about Naomi Campbell. She welcomes a baby girl at 51 years old. Child, if them ovaries are still working, that's a bad bitch. Okay. Comedic legend Paul Mooney dies at the age of, I believe, it was 57. Billy Porter comes out as living with HIV at 14 years. Nobody had knew about it. Joe Budden, Lord Joe Budden, is facing sexual harassment allegations. I'm sure amongst a whole bunch of other shit. A Chicago father is suing the police department for them mistaking his daughter's ashes for heroin and cocaine. That's messed up. And then we're going to close it out with talking about Black Ink Crew's Caesar Emmanuel. He's got this whole BS shit going on with his daughter. He sent out a cease and desist letter to, he's saying it was to his baby mama. The baby mama showed receipts and it's showing that it was to the daughter. We gonna get into all of that, y'all. But yeah, before we get into that, mental health check in. Is everybody doing okay? No problems? Anything that came up over the weekend that we need to talk about? Ain't Fabulous
No.
Peach.
Everybody
She
was
is.
live, blessed and highly flavored.
Blessed and
Yeah.
I know that's right.
Yes.
Blessed and highly flavored. You
Yes.
a
It's
damn
time
fool.
today.
Yeah, y'all. If y'all ain't following Mizzle, y'all need to be. Mizzle acted. Mizzle cut
I hit the phone.
up,
Y'all.
y'all.
He did. He clowned today.
I had to go find the show he was talking about with the
Yeah, I
Now
already
you
girl.
watched
gotta watch the replay too, Sir
Yeah,
Deal.
I did it
You
to y'all.
gotta watch the replay. Your name was called a few times.
I got to watch that show.
I was
You
starting to
said to
watch
the
a little
Neil,
bit of the
why?
replay before I got on here. So yeah, I need to go back and watch it, child. Y'all was
Oh,
cutting up. I got in on like the last hour. I'm like, what? How the fuck did I miss all of this? It was good
it was
though.
hilarious. It was a good show.
That damn Mizzle was showing the hell out. I ain't mad at you though. I ain't mad at you though.
You
First
made
thing we're
me
gonna
get
get
up. I'm like,
into.
let me get up and get me a drink.
Oh,
Shit.
girl, this is my second one already. I'm working on. Shout out to you, baby bro. I'm about to get into my third one right
I'm
here.
about
Here
to
we
go get
go,
me some. What was he drinking? Some Mike and something.
Yeah, with
Some.
Mike. Yeah,
I'm about to go get me some
Mike
spiky
Ward.
tequila. Shit.
baby. He had it going on.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
y'all. The
look for the
first
lady.
thing.
And that monetize. I already wasn't gonna monetize the video anyway. But YouTube said you got all these copyright claims. No strike. But I said whatever.
He said, I ain't gonna take no strikes. I ain't even mad at you though. Let me see. The first thing that we're gonna get into tonight is Nate. Can y'all still hear me really good? I'm not
Yeah.
echoing or anything. All right, cool. Just want to make sure. Shout out and congratulations goes out to Naomi Campbell, the supermodel. She is welcoming a baby girl at 51 years old. Now, it's been some rumors going around, different speculations that maybe she had a surrogate that was carrying the baby. Do y'all? I mean, either way it goes,
It's still
that's a bad bitch. I think any bitch over 45 that's knocking out babies, that's a bad bitch. Number one. Number two, I would have liked to have seen some pregnant pictures of Naomi Campbell. I bet she was real cute.
Mhm. But
Especially women like that who we see that are just naturally skinny and beautiful their whole life. I'm not gonna lie, the vain part of me, I want to see a little plump so I can feel a little bit better about my goddamn self. Or maybe that's just me. God damn it. I'm just saying, what are y'all thoughts on Naomi Campbell and her welcoming her first child?
I say in this day and age, the way to motherhood has so many different ways besides having to bear the child yourself, you know?
Mm-hmm.
If she went the adoption route, that was great. There are reports that she had been seen out within the time frame of having to said have been pregnant. She wasn't pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
So she might have had a surrogate or she could have adopted. Both are beautiful.
Right.
Either way it goes. I was adopted. That's a great thing. I plan to adopt, you know what I'm saying? So, and I don't know if she got a man. That's part one. You know?
I
But like I
believe she
said,
did. Let me see if I can find a picture. I believe she does have. She was with a rapper. Let me see if I can find out who the rapper's name was. But
Nice.
she's
She was with a rapper.
yeah, she was. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find it.
She
But
don't
Sunshine, what
look
are
like
your thoughts on it?
the type that would be with a rapper. I see her with a white man.
Girl, let me show you what I found out.
And then I don't know. I think having a baby at 51, you being selfish to me.
You think so?
oh.
I think so. I would
I
be
mean, what if
wrong. Because
why would that be considered
by the
selfish?
time the baby turned 10, you'll be 61. By the time it turned 20, you be 70. You ain't gonna be able to keep up with that baby.
but you gotta think about her mentality. So, you know, with people with money, they be like, I can just hire a nanny, I can
True
get help at
that.
the
Yeah,
drop
that's
of a
true.
dime. You know what I'm saying? While other
Yeah.
people, you know what I'm saying, are working, paying for babysitting, you know what I'm saying, and still are parents amongst their storm. And people with that mentality of money be like, forget that.
Yeah, that's
I just
true.
want
Well, you're right, Sernia, when you think about it like that, but I just feel like it's selfish. I do. I do.
I do believe this is the gentleman that she was with. She was with this rapper. I don't know what his name is. It was like, but this is a guy that she was supposedly had been with.
Oh, okay.
But the baby got white feet. So my baby was a little bright too when he was born, but he damn sure wasn't light bright white. I'm just saying.
Mine was my baby. He looked like yeah, boy,
Well,
yeah.
you light bright too. Of course your baby gonna be light bright. You light bright, your baby gonna be see-through, child. You so light skinned.
He definitely was, honey. Hey,
Little
his
baby gotta
genetic
get their
family was
coat
questioning some things.
You so silly, girl. But yeah, this is supposedly the rapper that she had. I think he's a rapper. Let me see if I can find out what his name is.
Yeah, she just don't seem like the type to me that would be a
Skepta.
rapper. And I ain't
Skepta,
never
whoever the hell
heard
a
of him.
Skepta is.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, I never heard
I
of him
know
either.
half of these people I'll be knowing. I learned from y'all.
Some dude named Skepta. That's all I know about him.
You got a better picture of him that we could blow up so I can
Let me see if I can find one. She said you got a better picture. He's not that attractive, I can tell you that. He's kind of insectish looking in the face a little
That's all I
bit.
was trying. That's what I was looking like. What the hell?
It's a good thing that she has a baby. I mean, you know, Janet had a baby.
Yeah, and I'm happy she had a baby. I just feel like
I think maybe she was focused on career at first, and you know, now she's saying
that's true.
downtime. I mean, there's nothing going on. I'm not in the prime time. I can't be model like that. I just be a mentor. So she was like, and had a baby now.
You look good to be 51, though, honey.
Yes.
Can't deny that.
Baby, she doing the damn
from
thing.
her at all.
I ain't even mad at her. Well, congratulations to her knocking out babies at 51. Better her than me.
Yeah.
I damn sure would say that because
That's all I'm saying.
bitch, I'm 40 and I ain't knocking out no goddamn babies no more. Fuck what you heard. But moving right along, y'all. R.I.P. to Paul Mooney. Do y'all remember who the comedic legend Paul Mooney was? He was the one that used to say everybody want to be a nigga, but don't nobody want to be a nigga. He was like the Dave Chappelle considered him to be like his comedic hero, like his legend. He to me was what Dave Chappelle is now. He used to be the comedian that would like push the envelope, would say all the racist jokes out there, would make it so uncomfortable for the people in the room, whether it be white people or black people. Of course, us black people, we gonna laugh at shit. But he was like what Dave Chappelle is now. That's what Paul Mooney was back in the day. But do y'all remember? I don't even know if I might be saying my age, but Sir Neil or Mizzle, do y'all even know who Paul Mooney is?
What do you mean? Yes, I know who Paul Mooney is.
I got to ask because you know y'all babies. I just got to make sure.
I was just talking about Paul Mooney like a few weeks ago on Mizzle's show about that's my hero. I love Paul Mooney. I used Paul Mooney as a self-defense tactic in high school.
Really?
Use that mouth, keep a nigga away from you unless they can. I thought Paul Mooney was gay when I first discovered him, but lo and behold, he's not because his daughter follows me on Instagram, Sunny. You know?
Really?
Yes, I love me some Paul Mooney. You know how to make your teeth white? Use the word nigga. All the time. All the time. So I love me some Paul Mooney off top. Tracy let me know. I was in here crying. I was okay, fix your face, nigga. Fix your face. You know, because to love somebody like that, like a comedian, you know what I'm saying? You can't like be like, you can be sad. You're allotted to how you express your emotions. But you're like, damn, you know, I'm happy. He lived a very long life, you know, but shit.
Yes, he did.
It was sad, but I didn't like cry, you know, emotionally. I mourned, but I was like, damn, Paul Mooney's gone.
Yeah.
Like that, he is a legend.
He hasn't done any stand-up comedy in a while, but he was one of the ones I used to sneak and watch because my mom and daddy didn't want me to watch him because he did cuss so much. But my daddy would play it, and my daddy was halfway deaf, and so the shit would be loud as hell anyway. So all I had to do was just sit in the room and listen, and I could hear everything that he was saying. It was the same with Richard Pryor and you know Eddie Murphy and Sinbad and all of that. I couldn't watch it, but my daddy would have the shit blasting so damn loud. I just sit in my room and listen. Anyway, that's why I feel like I get a lot of my mouth and my humor from comedians and shit like that I used to sneak and watch that I was not allowed to watch. But Mizzle, do you know who Paul Mooney is?
To tell you the truth, I ain't grow up listening to him like that. I mean, I don't remember him that much. But as I go older, that I knew who he was. He is funny, yes, like that. So it's like some of the old time, like some of the like comedians that was like Richard Pryor and stuff like that. I didn't listen to some of that stuff till I got older. It's like that because I remember a lot of them when I was young. And I was like, I didn't remember these people. But after that, I watched their stuff. I said, oh yeah, they was really funny. So yeah, it's sad that he had to leave.
Yeah, it is. It's very sad.
Y'all remember in the 90s, I had to be like, what, 6, 7, when your mama used to have the fish fry and the comedy special would come on.
Yes.
Had tables. That's what I know about Mooney. Because everybody would come over and have big ass fish fry, and I would sit there with my young ass. I wasn't told to leave the room. I was sitting there I was like, this motherfucker. And my brother was looking at me, so it just went hand in hand with my upbringing. It's crazy. Like Richard.
What'd you say, Mizzle?
So what year was Paul Mooney prime? Like he was the peak of his career?
Like a long time. By the time I discovered him, he was well into his like late 40s, early 50s.
That was a 19 or what?
I remember him being like in big to me that I remember like junior high, freshman high school days. That's when I really remember sneaking and listening to him. But I think he was already really big by then. But once Dave Chappelle came out and Dave Chappelle started doing skits and then he started to incorporate him back in some of the skits, that's when he started to get back popping again. But Paul Mooney was always popping. But I don't think, like I said, like, you know, yeah, I don't think a lot of the younger generation started to know about him until Dave Chappelle started to bring him back out more. Because, like I said, he was already popping.
He's the Dave Chappelle of.
Yes.
Well, you know, Dave Chappelle is Paul Mooney, you know. So
that's right.
So, he came before, so
yeah.
Paul Mooney walked so Dave Chappelle could run.
Correct.
Like,
amen. Come on now. That's right. That's right.
There you go.
With reference to Paul Mooney's age, he was 79 when he passed. He wrote for Richard Pryor, who he established and helped establish as a legend himself.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how legendary Paul Mooney is, to have birthed legends practically. Come on now.
And like he said, the best line that I will never forget: everybody want to be a nigga, but don't nobody want to be a nigga. And that's when he was talking about how, you know, white America wants to appropriate the black culture and this, that, and the other. But when it comes down to shit, you really don't want to be a nigga because you don't want to have to deal with the problems and the plight and the different things that we as a people have to deal with. You want to be a nigga when it comes to the cornrows and the fashions and the slang and the acceptance and things like that.
People, they not color. Yeah.
Our men, our women, right, exactly. Our culture as it is in general. But then when it comes to having to deal with certain things that may happen in the courtroom or whatever, oh hell no, you don't want to be a nigga when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying?
You celebrating the other side.
Okay, come on now. I'm gonna need you to celebrate Juneteenth like you celebrate the 4th of July.
Right. And that same stand-up comedian, I love Paul Mooney because he attacked everybody, even the gays. Nice when I say that. And he was telling about the gay people who don't want to be black, and he coined the saying, "Pick a struggle, motherfucker. Pick a struggle. Pick a struggle. Pick a struggle, motherfucker." And he was talking about with race and gays and stuff. It was too fucking funny. So everybody know that since he coined that phrase. Pick a struggle, motherfucker. Pick a struggle.
Well, God bless Paul Mooney. There will never, ever, ever in his lifetime be another nigga like that.
Nope.
Ever, ever. Dave Chappelle will come absolutely close. But there is no other comedian on this earth like Paul Mooney. He was one of the legends, one of the best in the world to ever damn do it. Let's see, y'all. Moving right along. Let's get into Billy Porter real quick, y'all. Billy Porter. Did this shock anybody when Billy Porter, because I've heard a lot of ignorant comments from people on Twitter. I just heard a lot of just a lot of comments in general from people. But he came out as having been living with HIV for the last 14 years. He says that, let me share this screen with y'all real quick. There we go. We'll do that one there. There we go. So Billy Porter says that he was diagnosed in 2007 being HIV positive, that he's lived in silence for the last 14 years. And he did that out of fear of being marginalized and retaliation from people in the industry. Now, so Neil, I'm gonna ask you a question about not even about HIV. I'm gonna ask you a question about that in a second about the industry and how they can marginalize and retaliate against people. Now he said that he used his character as Pray Tell as a surrogate to be able to express himself and to just say everything that he has wanted to say for so long, but he's been suppressing it. And he also said that, what did he say, his time being in quarantine allowed him to sort of sit back and reflect on his life. He wants to have children with his husband, and he just didn't want to live in silence anymore. And I think that was brave of him to use Pray Tell, because he plays the hell out of Pray Tell, in pose. And I think that was brave of him and for him to get that strength from Pray Tell to be able to come out and tell his story and not fear at all what people have to say and what people have to think. I think that it is really fucked up that he felt like he had to hide it. He said in the article the people that needed to know about it knew about it. Nobody else knew. His co-host didn't know. His own mother didn't even know. That only the people that he felt like needed to know knew what was up about it. And he just didn't want to carry the secret around anymore. Now, Sir Neil, the question that I was going to ask you, you being in the music industry, was there ever a point in time, or I know you're fucking fearless, so I would be surprised. Was there ever a point in time that you felt like you had to hide your sexuality? And if you didn't, do you see why other artists, especially indie artists like yourself, have to hide their sexuality? And if they were HIV positive, they would have to hide that?
Yeah, of course, of course. It's not even the point of sexuality or someone's HIV. It's the point they do those things to women. Like if a woman is natural, let's say she's so she chooses to dress covered up. They'll say you're going to have to be more sexualized, show more flesh to get forward. They do that. I've been at the table with people saying my music is great, but we need being openly gay. They're like, okay, with that, you're going to have to either be very flamboyant or just shut the fuck up about it. And I wasn't about to, I'm naturally flamboyant, naturally masculine, you know what I'm saying? That's even a California thing. You meet so
Mm-hmm.
many flamboyant niggas in California, you don't know if they're straight or gay. You know what I'm saying? Because that's California. We talk with our hands and sassy, period. You know what I'm saying? Straight men are
Yeah.
sassy. But that's manipulation. It's because they want to market you. They want to put you in their standards and use your talent to match their standards of what they think the world needs. Just like I would say, I'm not going to say their names, they use this family to push the construct of plastic surgery and a certain look of a woman when they first came out. And you've seen it
Mm-hmm.
unfold before your eyes because
Mhm.
now everybody wants to look just like that and
Yeah.
things more salacious. So they use them as a tool to market something because they were willing to market those things to the masses.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you're a marketing fucking tool. And they're gonna tweak you in just like they design a package of a goddamn Snickers bar. They do it to attract you some way, in one way, shape, or form. And I'm
Makes sense.
sorry, on the other side of the coin, I thought it was completely unnecessary for him to have to come out, but with being HIV positive, but I also see how him coming out as HIV positive can motivate other people. We also have cancer survivors. People don't come
Mhm.
out with the cancer survivor. They survive that shit. And he should come out as a survivor and not try to victimize the situation a little bit. That's my
Mhm.
opinion. As a gay black man, knowing a lot of people that have survived with HIV they're surviving AIDS for Pete's sake, okay? And they've been doing it for years. So I don't think it was necessary to come out to your immediate family, like he said. You should have kept it like that. But
That's how. Mhm.
I see he could be someone's hero now because there could be someone a lot younger with it. You know what I'm saying? Because these motherfuckers is fast these days. Shit. But and now
I
the odds
was
of people getting HIV these days are rare because they have PrEP to educate
right.
people. Young
I
men
was
are
thinking the same thing. Why? I mean, I feel like that's your business. You mean if you feel the need to come out and let the world know that that is absolutely your business. I just don't feel like anybody should feel forced to come out and share something, because that's very personal, and I could not imagine, because I've heard of people being blackmailed before, having to come out and say either what their status is, what their sexuality is. Hell, that YouTuber that does makeup, she was blackmailed into coming out and saying that she was trans. Like, it's just the fact that people, I don't know. I just have my own thoughts on that. Like you said, that's his business. I don't understand why he can't. I don't feel like it was necessary for him to, but I do understand he can be a voice, and he can be that strength that somebody else may need to tell their family and to tell their loved ones, what it is that, what their status is and whatnot. Sunshine, what are your thoughts?
I feel like he only came out to his family, and the reason why I say that is because I just feel like it's going to, maybe I could be wrong, but it's going to stop him from getting more roles, or, stop his money, I feel, because they're going to look at that right there, that he has came out, and everybody still, even though it's different medicine out here and we know you just can't catch it by somebody just looking at you and stuff like that, a lot of people still stupid out here about it. So that's how I feel like, yeah, tell your family, but you didn't have to tell the world. That's how I feel.
This is like one of those things again. Pick a struggle, motherfucker.
Yeah, yes.
Right. Do you think now that he'll start getting maybe stereotypical roles?
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. He just put himself
that.
in a box.
Yep, he did. Yep.
I didn't think about that. Mizzle, what's your thoughts on that?
Another point, he's supposed to be playing the first fairy godfather.
Yes, yep.
He is.
They're going to make him like, I don't know. But parents are going to have a problem with that now. They're going to be adding shit on top of shit on top of shit.
I did not know that.
And like, you got this gay man with HIV here trying to be a fairy godfather.
Right.
Come on.
Yeah, I think he should have kept it to himself and just told his family. To me, the only person he should have told was his mama.
His mama and his partner, his family, that's it.
I would even told he didn't have to tell all his family, only his mother, his father, whoever close to him, that's who needed to know. No one else, we didn't need to know that.
Yeah, and I don't need to, I don't want to marginalize it because he has the right to do it, but it's like somebody having diabetes. You don't know the motherfucker diabetic. They ain't walking around like, I need my insulin, y'all. No.
Yeah,
Their mama know they diabetic. Their partner know they diabetic. So if they like pass out or something, did she take her sugar medicine?
Right.
It's not.
Then that's when you can let everybody know Grandma got the sugars.
That's true. But I just feel like I feel like him coming out like that with that is gonna backfire on him somehow, some way. It's just the world, how the world is. I mean,
the world is fucked up. Mizzle, what's your thoughts?
Yeah.
Hey, Cola, what's up?
Hey, Cola.
I agree. I think I wanted to know what the reason why he decided to come out, because with HIV positive status, it's not somebody that everybody needs to know. It's only the people that you probably get sexualized with, or like you say, your parents. That's it. The only thing else is like that. If you, to me, status, a lot of people lie about the status anyway. So it's good that he's truthful about his status and everything. But like I said, I don't think he needs to sell it to the whole world. Only the people who needed to know, like he said, needed to know. And I think I would be okay with that. And with the role and stuff like that, I think that just because he said this now, it made me believe that he played a heck of the role, because we know he has. I think he played a heck of the role because he's a great actor. That's what I say, no matter what. So I was like, I appreciate that because it was very believable. I mean, yes, he had it, but I didn't think that because he must have it because he was great on that role. He was very believable. I didn't think that. So it was nice that he said that it could be an inspiration for other people to be honest with the people they with. Not necessarily just be honest to tell everybody, yes, I'm HIV positive. I mean, if you want to do that if you're in a program and you want to help people and everything and tell them that it's not the stigmatization, you can live a long life, you just got to take care of yourself and everything. And I do a lot of people who are positive now, they live a long life. It's not the death sentence like it was before. So it's like, it's not to be ashamed of, to be scared of and everything. So, and then people got PrEP now, like I said, it's like, I know most people who got positive now probably wish they had PrEP before, but hey, it's protecting other people as well. So it's needed. And with the roles and stuff, maybe it could put him in a box. They would say, "Oh yes, we probably like him and stuff." But if he's the one thing about Billy Porter, he's a smart man, so he probably know what he would take and he would accept, and what he probably people would take advantage of him, something like that, or not. So I think he would be okay. But we'll see. We'll see what come after this.
I'm hoping that he doesn't get, put in a box and marginalized like that. But I am happy that he, like I said, that he said he was able to use Pray Tell as a surrogate to get out and to say everything to the world and to people, because like I said, you can only imagine having to hide that in for so long, for 14 years as it is, and wanting to speak your piece, and especially with so many people saying so much ignorant shit as it is about HIV and the virus is as a whole. So I'm happy that he was able to draw that strength and to use Pray Tell as a vessel to get out what it was that he had to say. Quick question from Tiffany. She said, random question. Has anyone seen the previews for new TLC show You, Me, and My Ex? Niggas is bored, I swear. This sounds like a prequel to Snapped. No, girl, but please tell us about it.
Come on.
What day is come on? What is it about? Who is in it? Okay. You ain't said nothing but a word. Let us know, doggone it, and we will doggone show.
This will be on it within a week, I bet you.
Okay, you already know. You know he will.
He already gave me 2 shows to watch.
Okay, you know he will.
Like,
you know he will.
The reciprocity of it, we love it.
But y'all, what she say? I was triggered by his coming out. I will share my story one day about my loved one. Oh, bless your heart, Brandy. Bless your heart. Yeah, I had a friend. That I lost to HIV. He never came out and said that he was positive to me. What had happened, I will never, ever, 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 ever forget it. We were he was like that club buddy. When I tell you he was that one, you go to the club, if you are feeling shy, if you feeling down, if you feeling whatever, he gonna take you to the club, and Kenny finna have you in the middle of the dance floor. You finna be bending over, busting wide open, getting loose, forgetting all of your troubles. Kenny was the heart of like this group of friends that I was with, and I actually met him through another best friend of mine. He's their cousin, and we were all out having drinks one day. We were at this restaurant here. It's called Baby A's, and he was crying, and I just remember him saying, he was like, Mo, I'm sick, girl, I'm sick. And I was like, you not sick, Kenny, don't say that. And he was like, no, I'm sick, girl, I'm sick. And I was like, well, just know I don't want to hear nothing of that. You're gonna be okay. God got you. You was there for me when my mama passed away. I mean, the day my mother died, I called my friends and let them know, and Kenny came to the house with a sack of weed and some beer and some cigarettes, and he got me fucked up, and that was the best memory that I had after losing my mama. I will never forget that. So when I heard he was sick, and when I heard he passed away, I was hurt, just because I wish that, like I guess the same thing with Billy Porter. He kept it to himself because he, out of fear of what other people may think, or scrutiny from other people, this and the other. I just wish that I could have been there more for him. I could have, even if I could have been a nurse or whatever. I just wish I could have been there more for him. But the kind of heart that Kenny has, like, I know right now, he probably like, oh, bitch, you good. Bitch, you good. You straight, girl. We good. Like, he's my heart. You know what I mean? And so that's my story that I have about having somebody close to me that passed away of HIV. And I know a lot of us probably have a lot of people that we were close with, or people that we knew, but that I couldn't imagine, being in his shoes and having to walk that walk. And even
It's
in Billy
sad.
Porter's shoes, yeah, it's sad, you know. And like just imagine Billy Porter. He's 50 years old. He grew up in the time where, you know, they were looking at us. You know, they already racist against us as it is. With him, you know, he didn't have HIV back then, but just growing up in that era where it was already scrutinized, and they didn't even want you to eat from the same utensils as people that had HIV because they thought you were going to get it, hell, if you breathe the same air as somebody, you know? And so my heart goes out to anybody. Just like you said, even living with cancer or something that you feel like a disease or an illness that is out of your control. You didn't choose this disease. This disease chose you, and
Yeah.
you're just a vessel, you know, to for other people to, you know, maybe learn from or grow from. So
Hmm.
to anybody that's dealing with it in any
You know,
way, shape, form, or matter, I love you, and
sad
I'm
that
still
Yeah,
praying
and
for
it
you.
and it and it happens so much, and just in family
Yeah.
alone. Because I got a cousin, my own cousin. I don't know if I told Brandy or Miss 42 this story. I think I might have, but my cousin, she was young when she died from it, and we didn't find out until she was on her deathbed. Then I got,
Really?
yes, we were on. She was on her deathbed. My mom, niece, and my uncle
Oh
daughter, and she
wow.
was
Hey
scared to tell
Dominique.
anybody.
Hey boo.
And then I got a friend, my best friend, her brother, she didn't find out until her brother was dead.
Really?
Yep, yep.
Oh my
My
God.
best friend. And we always knew he was sick, but we thought, I always when I would see him, he was always sick, but we never thought about that. We was thinking it was something
Mm-hmm.
else and all that stuff, and the whole time
Mm.
it was that. So yeah, so the only thing you can do is be there for the loved ones that's going through it.
Right.
I
I
had
was
my
there for my best friend. I was younger when it happened to my cousin because we are the same age. So I think we were like, if I was probably like 23 or 24 when she died, and then my best friend, her brother died probably like 4 years ago, 3, 4 years ago.
Mm.
So yeah.
God bless them. And God bless you, Dominique. I I've
yes.
had somebody that I've worked closely
Oh,
with
Dominique,
that
yeah.
revealed to me that they were you know, that they were living with the disease as well. And this was years ago when I was, you know, working with this person. And like I said, even with my friend Kenny that passed away, you know, I couldn't imagine you feeling like you don't want to say anything because you don't want people to. I don't want to say where it was I was working with, but I mean where I was, but it would just be people that would say stupid shit, and they would say it in front of this person, and they didn't, you know what I'm saying, they didn't know shit. So just people that we've come a long way as it is about, you know, in society, and having the education and the knowledge that we do now about HIV, and
Yes.
that it is not
Totally.
a life sentence at
Nope.
all, that it
Mm-mm.
is something that people can live with for many, many
Yeah,
years.
and be
Yeah.
What
healthy.
was that
Be
young girl's name that
good.
appeared on Oprah? Y'all remember that girl's name? I believe her name was
Oh, I
Hadia.
remember her. Yeah, I remember
still
her.
I
alive.
believe her name was yeah, her name was Hadia, if I'm not
I
mistaken.
want to say that was her name.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But she
Mhm.
was, yeah, she was born with HIV, and I want to say I mean, she's a grown woman now. If
Yeah.
she doesn't have children of her own,
Hmm.
but I remember being a little girl, seeing her on TV, not even knowing what HIV was, but I remember my mom was like, "Oh, bless that baby's heart, bless
Hmm.
that baby's heart." And then as I got older, working in the medical field, you know, I know now it's not a life
Nope.
sentence at
You
Mm-mm.
know, it's
all.
funny that I was saying that a lot of people is criticize it and put stigmatization of people with HIV positive, but they'll just stop them from war dogging and having unprotected sex with people for no reason and lying about your status. So it's like it's a sad thing. That's why sometimes like it's I do appreciate people who've been honest with that because it takes courage to say that.
That's
Correct,
right.
Lola.
It takes courage, and then also people who make me lying like, oh, I'm negative, negative, but they can't provide
Hmm.
proof. And so sometimes it's like, what?
No, that
Uh,
was my story I was going to tell in reference to what you're saying, Ms. Boo.
yeah. So
When I
it's
was
like, yeah. Hmm.
what you're saying is you have the right to share your status and your privacy.
Yeah.
Because when I was 19, I met this guy, my hot at the club. He was from the South. He had gold in his mouth. He had a Cadillac and everything. He had just moved to California, right? So I was dating him on the low because I was a stuck-up bitch. Didn't give him none. You know what I'm saying? The time I was like, okay, let's go out. You know how during that time, he's like, okay, I'm going to show my boyfriend now we're going to go out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we going to roll up to the club, right? So I roll up to the local gay club or whatever. He bumping the music, whatever. I'm coming out. I'm down, you know, I'm drinking, you know. And as soon as I walked in the door, my best friend that I was going to meet, he yanked me by my arm and he was like, don't talk to him. I said, what the fuck you mean? I was like, this is the guy I was telling you about. And he's like, did you have sex with him? I was like, no. You know what I'm saying? I know, sir. I was talking, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? Come to find out, the guy was fleeing from where he used to stay at to California because he got caught in a situation where he didn't share his status.
Oh.
And they knew certain people knew, you know what I'm saying? Because San Diego's this fucking small. And if you're going to go to a gay club, especially a black hip hop night, everybody going to know you sooner or later. But I dodged the bullet. That shit was scary as fuck because you couldn't tell nothing. He didn't share nothing. He was fine. He had everything. But I was like, my best friend saved me. He was like,
yeah. There was this rumor, the same thing happened to me in college. There was this guy that was like, I was a freshman in college, and this guy was like, he was gorgeous, he was beautiful. But a lot of girls wanted him and, you know, yada, yada, yada. But then, you know, some girls finally told me, it was like, hey, don't talk to him because, what you say?
Brandy said maybe during Pride Month. It is Pride Month. It already started here in California.
When does Pride Month here? When is Pride Month? I know in Austin they celebrate Pride in August. In June?
In New York. Yeah.
It starts May, June, July, August. It goes like through the different cities, but it starts in May.
See my calendar. What we can do, since we're not going to be here next week Sunday, we can kick off the next Sunday 6. We can do that Pride. We can have that as our Pride Live.
Pride Live. Okay.
Pride Live. We gonna rainbow this bitch out.
Cool. That'll be
cool. Yes. So everybody can. I mean, you know, if people want to tell stories, if you want to tell tell your coming out story, or you know any fears that you've had growing up, any specific topics you want to talk about, even anybody that you look up to who is in the LGBTQ community. I think that would be a good idea to do.
It would.
Thank you. Look it. Executive couch producer coming through always.
Always coming through.
Executive couch producer coming through. Let me put that on the calendar. June 6th will be our Pride Live. I like that. So guys, send us an email at realqueensrealtalk@gmail.com if y'all have anything specific that you guys want to add to our Pride Live that's going to be on June 6th. I like that. I'm excited about that.
And Dominique, if you want to tell your story or anything, you are more than welcome to come
Absolutely.
You don't have to be on camera or anything like that. So
absolutely. That's just what I was going to say, Dominique. You want to tell your story, even if you just want to send us an email. If you don't want to cam up, you want to send us an email about your story, you are more than welcome to do that. We would love to hear from you. You are welcome here anytime, girl. You've been holding it down coming here for us for a long time. So we appreciate you, girl. We appreciate you for that. I love that idea. Pride Live. I love that idea. Thank you, Brandy. Executive couch producer coming through on the clutch. I appreciate that, y'all. But hopefully, you know, things don't change for Billy Porter. And hopefully, like you said, you know, this does give other people who are living with the disease the strength that they need to come out and to tell their story and to not be afraid and to know that, you know, like we said, this isn't a life sentence. This is something that people live with every day. And it's something that you can, not that you can necessarily.
By sharing your status to people who needs to know, you be able to find out who's there for you, who's not. And it was okay to say, oh, I already told you, you already know. And then that's it. Because some people will say, oh, thank you for telling me, whatever. good and everything. They probably can deal with it, and they probably can't, and you just move on. Because
I like that too, and I
the more people will be aware, they say, okay, fine, they can let me know because they like to appreciate the honesty. So,
that's true. That's true.
So and then you say something, say, oh, I can't work with that. I said, that's fine.
And that's and not even that in the dating scene. That shows you who's really down for you, who's your real friends and your real family that's gonna be there for you. You know what I'm saying? Because people will always say, "Oh, I'm here. Just let me know." But then there's people that are actually there and they show up and they show out for you when you actually need something. So that's big. I'll reach out to my homegirl that I'm out for on Bingo. She's trans. Is it Talia? Ooh, I like that name. Talia Cassadine. She was interviewed by T.S. Madison a couple years ago. T.S. Madison is my girl. Hey, Marissa.
Yes,
what's going on, boo? Y'all keep Marissa in your prayers. Marissa just lost her boyfriend, y'all.
Oh, pray for you, Marissa.
Y'all, I was, my poor girl's been going through it, y'all. Keep her prayed up. She can use all the love, all the prayers, all that, Marissa. I love you, boo. And don't even worry about being late, girl. You have other things to take care of. I appreciate you even taking the time out to come and say hello. I love you so much, boo. I love you. I love you. I love you, Marissa. Magic has been living with it for a very long time. Yeah, Magic is undetectable now, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, he'd be taking the medication. He should be. Yeah.
Yeah.
God bless him.
Yeah, I think Dominique said she's undetectable too. I think yeah.
Once you get undetectable, you can't pass it on to anyone.
You can't pass it on. You just got to continue taking it.
You know, so it's like you're not spreading it, but it is to your discretion if you're going to divulge it. You know what I'm saying? With anybody, but that's the saving grace because remember, just like Billy Porter, when he caught it, he probably thought he was going to die because he didn't have the same that we have now.
And being in the medical field, I've had to deliver positive results before too, and it's a fucked up feeling, man. It's a fucked up feeling. There's only been 2 times, honestly, in the particular field that I was working for. I say that I've had to give positive results maybe 15 times, and out of those times it was only twice that those individuals were already aware, and so it made it a lot easier. But it's not easy, even from a medical standpoint. It's not easy. And then me being a cancer, I tend to put my emotions into every patient I meet, and it's hard for me not to feel empathetic towards my patients. I'm not one of those medical professionals that can just turn your feelings off and on. I can't. This last 3 weeks of work alone have been so hard emotionally because I've had so many patients that have either passed away from either, at their own hands or from, medical wise. It's been a lot. It's been hard, to deal with. So it's just, Lord have mercy. I don't even want to get into all of that.
I still have my license, but I had to get out of the medical field because it actually mentally tears you down seeing all the people die. And it's just depressing. It gets depressing. So I keep my license because I have to have my license for my business. But I just, I had to get away from it. It was just, I got tired of people dying, tired of coding and all that crap. And it just got too much. Like,
I'm a crybaby.
But I ain't letting my license go, honey. I worked hard to get the license.
Okay, whatever you do, don't let the license go nowhere. No, ma'am. You better hold on to the license because you never know when you got to get out there and work that jelly, child.
You got to get back out there.
Okay. You got to work that jelly. She says Magic is 61.
Yep.
He said he had HIV at 91. Wow. And just think all the medicines that man looks healthy. He looks amazing.
And I remember the first time I can remember the day they said that he had HIV. I can remember it.
Isn't it the same with Charlie Sheen? Charlie Sheen is undetectable as well, isn't he?
See, I don't know about him.
She says,
Charlie Sheen was a reckless motherfucker.
I don't know.
Charlie Sheen was a mess, child.
See, but he was different. He was crazy.
Because he was blackmailed to tell his stuff. So I question him. Like I feel like it's some more behind that story, but because he's the right, you know what?
I forgot he was blackmailed.
Yeah.
I forgot. You are exactly right.
Mm-hmm.
So it may not even really be true. You never know. Somebody could just be. You never know.
No, he does have it, but he was if he wasn't blackmailed to tell, he would have never told anyone. And ain't no telling how many people he was out here having sex with that didn't.
Yeah, because he was, he was on that cocaine, a hard child. He was on that hard. Yep. Erica said, how often do you have to renew your license for nursing? I know with mine, I have to do it every year.
Yeah, you have to do it every year. You have to do it every year by May 31st.
Yep. Mine's is the 16th of August.
Yeah.
What did Nikki say? I'm not sure about Charlie. He might be on that Tiger Blood stuff.
Yeah, he was. That's what he was on. He was.
Nicole, you a damn fool.
He was touting Tiger Blood as like it was like it wasn't aphrodisiac, but he was saying that it was like curing him, and he was like drunk off it all the time.
Oh my God.
And it was like some crazy ass shit.
Yep, I remember that, Marissa.
Some people use it as like a medicine. Some people just use it to get fucked up, and he was using it for both. Off of
wow. Okay, so Dominique said he was on Dr. Oz. Okay. Charlie Sheen is a wild boy.
Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, he has it. Oh, he got it. Because the only reason why he told is because he was blackmailed.
He was blackmailed.
I remember that story because I was watching. I was waiting on them to lock him up. I was waiting on all these women to come out, and nothing. It's like they talked about it for 1 week, and then it was.
And it was it. Yeah, nobody else talked about it. Yeah,
it was gone.
And now there's a big Target commercial selling medicine, benefiting off of his bullshit.
Yes, I'm sorry if it was us. It wouldn't went that way. I'm just sorry. It just wouldn't. It just wouldn't.
Nope. Let me see, y'all. What we finna get into now? Oh Lord, Joe Budden, y'all. I can't stand damn Joe Budden. I really can't.
I read the story, but I heard about them bits and pieces of it.
Joe Budden, yeah, I heard bits and pieces of it as well, and that's all I need to hear about it because I don't like Joe Budden, and that's all I need to goddamn know. Okay? So Joe Budden is being accused of sexual harassment by his former DJ, Olivia Dope. Now, I like that name, Olivia Dope. I think that's a dope-ass name, period. Now, she quit the podcast and the Joe Budden Network. The name of the podcast was See the Thing Is. Now, she says that during a 2010 interview that he made multiple sexual remarks and she didn't want to say anything out of fear of dampening the mood. She said that the remarks that he made her very uncomfortable and that she didn't, she didn't want to mess up the mood of the interview and everything that was going on. So she just went along with everything, although it made her very uncomfortable. Now, since then, Joe Budden has issued an apology. He says that he supports all women's rights and for them to feel comfortable and protected in the workplace. Now, first and foremost, Joe Budden was, and always will be a jackass and an asshole. He is known for that. And I'm not surprised that he has any accusations of sexual harassment or hell, anything else for that matter up against him because he's an asshole. We've seen him be an asshole on Love and Hip Hop against his ex. What was that? Tahiri. He was an asshole to his baby mama, Sin Santana. And he's an asshole as well on his podcast. So let me just play this real quick. This is what DJ Olivia Dope had to say.
My departure from See the Thing Is podcast, as well as the Joe Budden Network, I am here today to still uncomfortable, but find the bravery to finally speak on a very embarrassing.
What happened?
Yeah, I can't hear
the female-led podcast I was a part of, and continuously made sexual
My bad. I was trying to mute
suggestive
myself so it
remarks
wouldn't
to me that
echo.
made me extremely
Let me do it over
uncomfortable,
again.
as well as fearful of dampening the mood if I didn't laugh along while he made those sexual remarks to me. Those moments were not only, excuse me, those moments not only live on the my departure from See the Thing Is podcast, as well as the Joe Budden Network. I am here today to still uncomfortable, but find the bravery to finally speak on a very embarrassing situation. Not only to start my healing process, but to help give encouragement to others who have similar stories of sexual harassment in the workplace. On January 18th, 2021, Joe Budden sat in on a recording of the female-led podcast I was a part of and continuously made sexual suggestive remarks to me that made me extremely uncomfortable, as well as fearful of dampening the mood if I didn't laugh along while he made those sexual remarks to me. Those moments were not only, excuse me, those moments not only live on the my departure from See the Thing.
I'm sorry, let me unmute myself. Me personally, I got a smart ass damn mouth. And I'm just not gonna sit back while no nigga is being disrespectful and saying disrespectful shit. I don't care where we are. That's just me. That's just how I am. That's just how I was raised. Now, I get it if you don't want to mess up the mood or whatever is going on in the podcast. It's a way to check a nigga in a nice, nasty way. And you know what I'm saying? And it's a way to get your point across and to be professional about it, but still check a nigga and let him know, bitch, I'm not that one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Wait,
So
tag me in real quick. Tag me in real quick.
But hold on, let me just finish real quick. So, you know, I get she didn't want to dampen the mood and all that. My whole thing is, when did she quit? Because I still don't know the full details of when she quit. Because if you quit so much time afterwards, after he said something, not discrediting what you said, but sis, why say something now? You should have said something at that point in time when that nigga did something. You know he's an asshole because you've been working with him for this long any damn way. So you know he's an asshole. You know he got a slick ass mouth, and you know he gonna say what he gotta say regardless. That's when I feel like it's up to you as the woman, you being the voice and you being the woman on that show, to check that nigga and let him know, bitch, I'm not the one. You may be able to say the sexist shit to all these other females, but you're not finna do it to me, not today.
Yeah.
That's my thoughts and my opinions on that. You know what I'm saying? Now, Miss Sunshine, I'm gonna start with you. Woman to woman, what's your thoughts?
See, my thing is, if it happened in January, you should have said something in January. That's my personal opinion. Because I don't care where I'm at. I don't care how much money you got. If I'm not comfortable with something you did or do to me, I'm going to tell you. So to me, when they wait this long to tell, and I know I might be wrong because I'm not in the situation, but I just feel like it's some more behind the you looking for something else too. That's how I feel. You looking for a come up too. Because no way, if you felt this bad of that, you should have nipped that in the bud right there and then and came out, because he is a celebrity and people are going to listen. That's just how I feel about it. And I don't know her. I never heard of her. I didn't even know he had a podcast, so I don't know. But I mean,
the only thing that I was listening to is the one that he used to do with Remy Ma. Was it State of the Nation or something like that, or something like that? And I even stopped watching that just because I can only deal with Joe Budden in small doses. He's an asshole.
Yeah.
But and Vanity, I do feel like they might feel like they need to be silent. But my thing is, if you can't feel like you need to be silent for 10, 15 years, and then 20 years later you come out. Like, you had enough opportunity. When that stuff happened with her, she should have told in January. You wait till May to come out and say something.
Vanity. She's like Vanity said, just like the Breakfast Club, because Angela Yee said the same thing. But the same thing with Charlamagne the God. Charlamagne is a damn ass. He's one nigga I will go toe to toe conversating, going back and forth with your ass, because he is a dick. And a lot of times Although he is very smart, I will give Charlemagne that he is very smart. He is a dick. And you have to put a nigga like that in his place some damn
Well,
times.
wouldn't he? I don't know if it was him, but wasn't he like got some
Especially in the
charges
workplace. Yep.
against him or something for
He
harassment or
did, yes,
something
but
like
you
that?
hear Funk Master Flex just put out the audio supposedly of the 17-year-old
Yeah, it
daughter's
was an underage. That's
yes,
yes. I
the
couldn't remember exactly what
17-year-old
it was.
her mother tried to say that Charlemagne had drugged the daughter and sexually
Yeah.
harassed her,
Yep.
but it just recently came out, the DNA evidence came out and said that that wasn't his DNA. So I don't know if she had consensual sex with him, whatever it was that happened, regardless of the fact, Charlemagne is an asshole. And Angela Yee should have checked his ass on that too, just like this Olivia Dope. She should have checked his ass. Why wait so many years later to say something? To me, a job ain't worth it. I'm gonna check your ass. I'm gonna make you fucking fire me. I'm gonna go get some goddamn unemployment. Then I'm gonna really tell on your goddamn ass.
And I would say too though, just me through being in investigations at work with sexual harassment stuff, you find out too that some of these women they misled or had some say so in it, then when they don't want to be bothered with that person no more, then they claim sexual harassment. So it's like I have seen both sides
Yes.
of it. So it's like I be like, not too quick to bleed everybody.
And I can say too, I've heard some women cry sexual harassment in the workplace that wasn't actually sexual
Right.
harassment. I've had a friend that was fired over false accusations of sexual
Mm-hmm.
harassment before. Like lost his job, a good ass job, making good money, because some
Right.
females were upset with him and they took something the wrong way, and so they went and lied, and this man lost his job. So
Yeah.
I don't know, Mizzle. What are your thoughts?
Okay, yes, I also want to know a timeline either as well. It's like even when he's a douchebag and he did all this stuff, and a lot of people say some things about him, he still got his job. He's still doing his podcast. He's still doing things. So out of the day, people are just not gonna check him, or they just it's like he's pockets to it. He paying people and he's good, and people say, "Oh well," because most likely in this industry, men are protected.
Yeah.
And so, especially they got money. It's like that. They could be an assholes, a douchebag, everything. They all protected. So all these females could say something like that. So maybe at the time she was like, if I say something right then and there, maybe she didn't want to lose her job right then and there. She just wanted to keep it, and she didn't want to say nothing. Now she said, okay, I left on my own or something like that. But I do also say, well, if you left in your own volition and you don't want to deal with him anymore, I wouldn't have to say this story anymore. I would say, fuck it. I say, I'm done with him. I don't have to see him. That's it. I won't say nothing. So why say something now unless you want to be a model and say, listen, I want to support that. Nobody, woman should be into this situation with him and everything. If you want to make a stance. But sometimes I feel like if I'm done with the situation with someone, I don't want to try to mention their name, want to say their name and nothing like that. Because it's maybe uncomfortable. Why don't you just go with that? Because now he could say, oh, well, that didn't happen. I mean, they say he apologized. That's what I think he said apologize, but he always apologizes when somebody comes out. Do he really means it or what? He just saying that because he just want to say it. So I was like, it is like Tracy said, it is a very small industry. So sometimes some people want to make it big, and a lot of times in the industry, women don't make events as much. So there's like they need to play the game as much as they can, but I don't want to put them in any. I don't want women to put somebody in any situation that they need to be harassed or they can't get out of the situation because they feel like they need to be quiet. It's like that. Yeah, say something. But once you get out of it, I won't even mention that anymore and just move on. And
that's
stuff.
Messed up, Brandon. You see what?
That's what I was talking about. They flirt with them. They be okay with them. When they get tired of it, they want to file harassment. Then I have did so many investigations on that. Like
that's crazy.
So I don't want to knock her story and everything, but at the same time, it's like, I mean, if it's months later and you got out of the situation, just let it be. To me, it's like that. You want to speak your truth, you speak your story, and you just gotta be prepared. And not everybody gonna say, "Oh," there were people still gonna be on Joe Biden's side no matter what. Yeah. And I'm going to why it's like crazy why these men are protected, but that's the reality they're on.
Right. And Tracy, she still, even if she would have came out in January, she would have came out whatever, they still gonna look at her sideways because she's a liability risk now.
What if?
She's a liability risk in the industry now because they don't know what she's going to say. They don't know if she say hi. You know, that's how they're going to look at it.
Mm-hmm. That's unfortunate, but it's messed up. But yeah, you're right.
So hopefully she's good.
I hope she's good too. I just wish she would have came out when it happened.
When it happened. So Neil, what were you gonna say?
I was going to say is, as you said, first of all, Joe Budden is a certified dickhead.
Yep.
He has horrible communication skills, but since he's a shock jock, he has landed several lucrative podcasts, televised shows, things like that. And they kind of like used him to his goddamn benefit of being a goddamn dickhead and saying these things. I've heard him say certain things on live, and then the only thing they do is get caught with these headlines, and they tell us about it, but he has no consequence to it. And I also know he's in another headline storm right now with him firing his two co-hosts on TV to embarrassing them after what a month ago they was about to fight in the studio. Saying disparaging things about their children and their wives and things like that. So right now I do understand that it's a Joe Budden being exposed shit train right now, okay? They're just talking about the work environment. And the young lady, I know she was trying to say, hey, she couldn't win for losing. If she would have said something or not said anything. But for the point of hand, with the workforce environment finally coming out behind the scenes, she was like, yeah, this dickhead don't know how to work with people. He fights with the guys, he sexually harasses the girls. So I see why and when she came out with it, but she was just saving face, and that's very unfortunate that women have to do that. Men have to do that too. They get too.
That's true.
But it's about she couldn't say nothing because they're gonna have a side eye either way. She's gonna snitch. She's a liability. All those things. So it was like it's unfair. The timing, I see why she came on at this point of saying this, but it's like just get rid of Joe Budden. He already got networks. He went and did his own show because he has followers. He has people that listen to his bullshit. First of all, okay, that's how he was able to fire 2 people on air because he feels I'm a head honcho now, so I'm going to embarrass them
on the air. That's some bullshit.
He's done so many derogatory, mean-spirited things on reality TV shows, on podcasts, on come the fuck out. Don't nobody want to be around that. That is so. Come on, that's his energy. That's who Joe Budden is. He's the fucking town dickhead.
And you know what's so sad about it is Joe Budden is such a smart guy. If you hear him talk, he is very articulate. He knows a lot when it comes to the music industry and things like that. He is very smart about the culture, but at the same time, he's such a chauvinistic ass that it makes you hard to even want to listen to anything that he has to say because of the it's like the vessel that it's coming from. I don't want to hear shit you gotta say just because it's coming from you.
I'm like, fuck
no, I can't even receive it. That's what I'm trying to say.
Personally, I don't even like your energy you're giving through my TV screen.
Okay, like that's
like,
you
got no people. You heard his voice and you automatically roll your eyes like this.
Yes, exactly. Tracy said that you hear the podcast. Yes, Chahi. Hey, Black Diamond. Yes, he is very cocky. He is one of them people that. You know how people say this whole cancel culture thing? He is one of them people they should have canceled his ass a long time ago. Just because his mouth is so reckless. Just you know who somebody else I feel like needs to be canceled, and this is off subject. Michael Rappaport. Y'all know who Michael Rappaport is?
Yeah.
He was
guy, right?
Yes, he's a white guy. He was in the movie Higher Learning. He's an actor. He likes to call himself a comedian, this and the other. But he basically likes to involve himself in a lot of the Black culture and a lot of the things that goes on in the Black culture. And he always has an opinion and something to say about something. And it's like
should have never given him his Black card. Take it back.
Thank you.
I don't know him. I don't know
You
him. I
do
don't
know
think.
Michael Rappaport. You've seen him before. You know what? He was on Friday After Next. He was the mailman that
Oh,
said,
yeah,
Married to the black woman. The black woman
yes,
divorcing him now. Yeah,
yes,
I know you're
him,
talking about.
him.
yeah.
He always,
They should
yes,
have never gave him no. I'm just
no.
you don't give no other race no black
They
card.
shouldn't have
I'm
gave
sorry.
him. He's one of them folks. Do you think Joe is back on drugs? He might be doing cocaine because he. I
That's a
don't
good
know.
question.
He might be. Yeah,
I don't know
it's
how these grown ass men get on the internet making these videos talking shit about each other. I don't look like if you're in the NBA or you're from the corner store. What the fuck is that? That is
I,
very bitchy to me.
yes, he's that bald guy that killed everybody on Higher Learning. Yep. That's when that movie
Yeah,
Higher
he
Learning.
always he
Oh, it made
irks.
my
He irks.
ooh
He irks. And
that
then that
that's one movie that
I'm
stuck
for
with
the
me.
black people and all that stuff. To me, this is just my opinion.
No.
If you preaching this much, you for the black people, you ain't for me. This is all act. That's how I take it.
And then on top of that, Van Lathan actually called him out because he claims to be here for the black community, and said and the other. And like Van Lathan called him out. You can't say that you want to be here for the black community and you reposting stuff like black people fighting all the time,
Yep.
black people committing crimes, and black people out here doing all this ignorant shit. But you say, oh, it was a funny video that I saw, or you doing this to bring awareness. How are you doing this to bring awareness to the black community if you showing or you reposting videos of us out there making ourselves look
And it's
ignorant?
just
Like Van said, post some videos of
it's
some white people
negativity.
out there fighting,
Because there's a plenty
negativity
of them out
decline.
there fighting, doing the same thing that our people be
shooting
doing.
up schools and all of that. Like you
And
want to
they
repost stuff,
should
do
have.
that.
I don't know now. Yeah, I might be wrong. I don't know any black people that shot up for schools, but I can give you a whole list of white people that shot up for schools. So,
Like you know what? And to say that, Sunshine, we not saying that it's only white people that do heinous crimes, because some black folks have done some crazy
yeah, they
ass
have.
heinous crimes too.
But you got more of them that did it than us. I ain't say, hey, where we messed up in our own way, but we ain't finna go.
We ain't did no shit like that.
Ain't
We
nobody
ain't did
going
no
to
shit like that.
goddamn church. Ain't nobody going to no
We
elementary.
okay. We might have
Everybody-
went and fucked up a Popeye some goddamn
Right.
where during chicken sandwich month.
We ain't
But we
chopping up
sure ain't
mamas and
with
shit. Come on.
okay. We might have went and
outta
fucked
here.
that up, but we ain't did nothing else. Hell nah, they ain't even in our blood to do that.
No.
Let me see. Let me get out of this. Moving right along. What we finna get into next, y'all? Oh, a Chicago father is suing the police department. Child, did y'all hear about this story?
Oh
Let
my
me
God.
share my
Yeah, I heard
screen.
about. Well, I didn't hear about it until you actually shared it with us. So
Are you going to share it and show the video?
Yes, I'm gonna show.
I was crying my ass
Hold
off.
on, y'all.
Hold on.
Okay, y'all. So there's this father in Chicago who is suing the police department because they mistook his daughter's ashes for heroin or cocaine. Now, what had happened was he was being pulled over for, how they say, quote unquote, routine traffic stops or however that shit go. And hold on, let me stop sharing this real quick. But they had pulled him over. They went through his console and they had saw that he had some sort of substance or whatnot. They didn't know what the substance was. And they tested it, as they say, and it tested. The first time they tested it, they said that it tested positive for heroin. And so the guy is trying to tell them that that's no way possible, that could be heroin, that what it was is actually his daughter's ashes. Let me see if I can get this volume to play on this. Hold on. Is it going to do? Oops. Oops. Child. Okay. The volume might not play on this because of the way that I have it set up on my screen, but I am going to share this screen. But what had happened was, finally, the father, you can hear the father screaming, trying to tell the officers to give him the vial, because it was a vial of his daughter's ashes, and they thought that it was drugs. So he's actually going to be suing the police department. Now, the police department you could hear the father in the background as well. He was screaming and trying to tell them, like, hey, that's his granddaughter. That's what the father to this guy was saying. And so in the end, the police officers did end up giving that little vial to his father. They, eventually believed him about it, but they were kind of clowning and joking around about it, just basically saying that he was, trying to hide drugs. And it was really his daughter's ashes, y'all. Did y'all hear about this story at all?
No, so you shared it.
No.
This was so sad. This young man's name is, ooh, Lord, black folks saying his name, Dartavius Barnes. God damn, Dartavius Barnes. He's suing the Springfield Police Department in Illinois after officers mistook his daughter's ashes for heroin and or cocaine. You could hear him screaming as he is trying to tell the officers that was his daughter. It traumatized him. Yes, Brandy, I was just going to say that. This traumatized him because of the way that man was screaming. You could
say it's ching. They definitely finna have to pay him.
Oh my gosh. I was just going to say that. Sunshine, what are your thoughts on that? I wish that we had Miss 42 here from a legal standpoint. Like, is this something that he can sue the police department over? Does he have a case in this? Like, can he get paid for this?
I would think so, because they accused him of and then that boy, he's gonna be messed up for a minute, because that's his daughter, his dead daughter. And y'all sitting up here testing it. So basically, y'all waste his dead daughter ashes to test to see if it was heroin or whatever. And they knew it wasn't heroin. They lied. And it just also proves how they falsified tests.
Yep. I think I got it to play now, y'all. Hold on. Let me pull it up.
Okay, you got too much weed anyways, and it's got to be like in different packaging. It's got to be like child resistant, odor proof.
No, bro. That's my daughter. What are y'all doing, bro? That's my daughter, bro. Give me that, bro. That's my daughter, bro. That's my daughter. What are y'all doing? No. Ask my daddy, bro. That's my daughter in there.
I will. Hang out.
What are y'all doing? No, bro. Y'all can't. Whoa, bro. That's my. She just passed 2 years. She just passed last year. You know me, bro. That's her, bro. No, bro.
Let me talk to the
officer. Bro, please give me my daughter, bro. Put her in my hand, bro. Y'all are disrespectful, bro.
You need to move your arm.
Okay, bro. Can I please have my daughter?
Apparently, this is his daughter's ashes.
You hear him? This is his daughter's ashes. Like, kind of laughing about it.
You got a test kit?
Yeah, I mean, he showed it to me. It looked blue, but I'll test it again. No, you got too much weed.
Bro, give me my daughter, bro. That's something very important to me, bro. Give me my daughter, bro. Please, bro. Please, bro. Give me my daughter, please, bro. Bro, please, bro. That is something very important to me, bro. Please, bro.
He says an urn with his daughter and dead daughters. What is it?
We didn't show the test positive.
But it didn't. It looked like possibly Molly. I guess brown, like it does kind of look like ashes.
That guy knew what it was immediately.
The guy immediately got out and said that's the ashes of his granddaughter who just died.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to test it again. I'm just going to get it back to him. Yeah.
Bro, can I please have my fully, bro?
Hey, ask him if he wants it or if he wants his dad to have it.
Tell my dad to calm down, bro.
I'm going to give it to your dad, all right?
Yeah, tell him to calm down, bro. Yeah, bro.
So the test kit, like, it did look like it field tested for like meth.
Bro, I knew that was impossible. That's not even my character, bro. That's my daughter, bro.
I got you. I believe you, man. I'm gonna give it to your dad if you're cool with that. All right?
Thank you, bro. Thank you so much.
So the test
tested for meth.
So why did they even pull him over? Did they lock him up? Like,
they was looking for something, because if you listen to the motherfuckers, they said he has too much weed on him. So they was looking for something, because you're allowed to have a certain amount of weed in certain areas. They was looking for something, and that's why these motherfuckers need reform. They need sensitivity training, because they should have used their goddamn common sense. That was degrading to that man.
Yeah, I don't think that's freaking drugs. You don't know drugs looking. Come on.
I'm getting tired of all these traumatizing videos of, I know it's headlines, I know we need to be made aware of it, and especially because they have to show these body cams now. It's by law in certain cities and states. But this shit is traumatizing, the things they are putting through these young black men all the fucking time. It's week after week after week after week during quarantine, before quarantine. Shit's gonna be happening after quarantine. It's fucking
Yeah.
crazy. Who gonna
Miss
lie about their
Sunshine.
daughter's ashes?
Miss Sunshine, what's your thoughts?
I, I
Is she
go.
there?
She's ready.
Oh yeah, you gonna miss him.
Yeah, this is very sad. I was like, first of all, I don't know why they stopped him in the first place. They say he got so much weed. I was like, whatever. And then you look at it, it's like, why you testing it? I don't understand. It's like, why you testing that and thinking that was drugs anyway? You know, that don't look like drugs. It's like, come on now. It does look like clear ashes. You go try to say that and say, oh yeah, you believe him. That's no, you didn't believe nothing. You after a while, when they said, they thought it was top hospital, they said it looked like it. So since it looked like it, you thought it was one night positive. Come on now. So then you tested again and then realized that it was ashes. That is messed up. You don't forget things like that. They always say something, oh, they made a mistake or they did this or whatever. But yeah, 3 of them, and then none of them had the discretion to think that was something else, that drug. I was like, oh my gosh. I don't like that. It was messed up, and you could tell he was very short about it. He's like how he kept saying it throughout the whole video. Give me my ashes, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. It's like, he would like to make a whole scene about it if it was false. No,
correct. Yeah,
it's like, come on now. You could really tell that was just emotional thing. Maybe he had to earn yet. He had to have it in whatever he had it in until he get what he needed to have. So that was all messed up. I ain't like that.
Miss 42. I mean, not Miss 42. Sunshine.
I just think it's just totally messed up. That is like heartbreaking to watch. And my thing is, I still want to know what they lock him up for. Like, what did they? Only thing we heard is that he had a lot of weed, but y'all talking about heroin. So did he have weed? Did he have meth, heroin? Because it went to a couple of different things. So I mean, what was it that he had? Why did y'all have to? I don't know. Police are just cocky and they do things that's uncalled for. But just to mess with the dead and take that baby ashes and waste it like that, that's sad. And that's gonna mess with that boy forever.
Oh, he was speeding.
We can't hear you.
I said it is, and hopefully it messes with that officer forever too. Goddamn
No,
it,
he
knowing
laughed.
that
You hear him chuckle?
fucking.
He laughed.
That's horrible. Tracy said he was speeding. That's why they pulled him over.
But, I mean, he did get a permission to search because he knows
they have the right to search the car.
He gave he gave them permission to search the car. So I'm thinking maybe they smelled weed or something, and they either you give them permission or they gonna search it, or
weed
way.
Is legal in Illinois, so you can't be searching him for no weed like that. Like you gotta come with something else. It's legal there.
Popos, DWB, driving while black. Popos don't need a reason. We see that throughout the years. The police don't care.
No, they don't. No,
they don't care.
True.
They will pull you over for any fucking thing.
Mm-hmm.
They do not care. And it's horrible. It's horrible that our kids have to see this. Ain't none of this shit changed throughout the years. What did Tracy say? His daughter was killed by the mother and her boyfriend. Oh, God.
You know what? This happens all the time. Driving while black. A friend of the family in San Diego, my hometown, was driving. He got a nice little shiny car. What happened? Driving while black. They was gonna pull him over, but he knew that it was gonna be on some bullshit. So what he had to do was call the Brothers of Islam at the regular meeting place to let them know that he's going to a safe location because they just popping niggas for anything. Okay, so he slowly drove down the street, and it was within minutes. Pulled up to the fucking mosque where everybody was at, and them motherfuckers came out and trolled. The police were so scared they didn't know what to do. Because why are you pulling me over? I ain't doing it. I'm not a criminal, but they be on that bullshit. But thank God they had the brothers to look out for him, and the location was so close because it could have been anything left or right. They just be shooting and just assuming, and it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. But with this
So
informed,
sad.
just like in giving that story, we have those options now.
That is
We know they're
crazy.
killing young niggas like that. So if you have somebody to call to meet you in the corner like his dad was doing, get your dad from upstairs, call your church, call your pastor, to let somebody know if you can't record it yourself because it's sensitive. It makes no sense at this time. It's like a fucking sport. You can see their behavior. It's kind of demonic how they're so insensitive to things. If you're an officer, you're making a scene. Get out there, get the shit done, and get off the motherfucking block. This is not tea time, bro.
That's so sad. Mm. You're right, Tracy. He has trauma on top of trauma.
Yes.
That's so sad. God bless that young man. I hope he does get to sue the shit out that damn police department and they pay for all of his mental anguish and all that. God damn it. I'd play crazy just to get some money off the goddamn police force. Fuck them. That's some whole ass shit, y'all. Last but not least, y'all, let's move on and let's close this thing out with Caesar. Y'all know I can't goddamn stand Caesar from Black Ink Crew. That goddamn shiny milk dug scoop ball head ass greasy busty dusty lip. Oh, I can't stand Caesar. I can't stand a nigga. That's why I stopped doing reviews on Black Ink Crew because I can't stand Caesar. I can't stand his ass. But the nigga is he is suing his baby mama over child abuse claims. Now this shit has been going on for a while. I don't know if y'all know about it, but I've been keeping up with Scoop Ball and everything that's been going on with him and his daughter and his baby mama. Now, I like his baby mama because, his baby mama got her chin reconstructed. She got a whole chin reconstruction surgery and all that. That shit it was a trip. I didn't know you could get a whole goddamn chin. But hell, I guess you can buy you can buy titties and ass, you can buy a chin too.
You sure can, because I'm still going to get my mommy me makeover.
Let me get some money. All I'm going to do is recycle my fat. I'm just going to move it from the north to the south. That's all I want to do. Okay? Move from the east to the west. That's it. We ain't got to throw nothing away. I don't believe in that. Bitch, I believe in recycling. But this nigga is suing his baby mama for child abuse. Now, what had happened was, this actually happened some months ago. The daughter had said that he had physically attacked her because they had gotten to an argument where she was cussing and she had called him a nigga, said you was a deadbeat nigga, this, that, and the other, whoop-de-whoop, yada, yada, yada. And he had put hands on her. He denies it. Being the type of nigga that Caesar is, I absolutely believe he put his hands on his daughter. Again, just the type of nigga that he is. Now, he tried to say that there was a restraining order that he had put on let me go back. The lawsuit he's saying is against his baby mama. The baby mama has since dropped some receipts showing that the lawsuit is actually against her and their daughter. This grown ass nigga, yes, let me pull this screen up. The baby mama actually showed the receipts that she has, the court documents that show that this nigga has actually the lawsuit against. Let me pull that up right here. This is from the baby mama's IG page. The actual law documents, all that, and it says here that this letter is to address Crystal Torres on behalf of the minor Cheyenne Emmanuel. Crystal Torres is the natural and legal guardian of Cheyenne Emmanuel. This letter contains matter that must address and is the natural parent and legal guardian of Cheyenne Emmanuel. You are deemed legally responsible for whoop-de-whoop, yada, yada, yada. And basically, it's like a cease and desist. He don't want them talking shit about him on the internet. Is basically what it is. And he's suing his baby mama and basically the daughter of them, quote unquote, allegedly making false allegations about child abuse. But again, I don't think that damn daughter is lying. I don't think she's lying at all because you see the type of character that Caesar is, the type of man that he is. I don't believe for 1 minute that daughter would lie about that at all. Quay says Caesar is a no good man, a deadbeat daddy. God damn. Yes, the hell he is. Tracy said, do you think the daughter was being disrespectful? Either way it goes, a man beating his daughter, that's uncalled for to me.
I
I could
agree.
I could be completely and totally wrong. Y'all let me know y'all's thoughts and y'all's opinions on that. If she could be talking out the side of her neck, yeah, which she shouldn't be being disrespectful, talking back as it is. And it wasn't only that. Thank you, Nikki. He needs to check the girlfriend too, because the girlfriend, she got into it with the girlfriend as well as getting into it with the boy. I mean, with her daddy. So he should have checked the girlfriend as well. But at the same time, you as a man to your female, your daughter, you shouldn't be beating her, putting your hands on her like that. No, sir. Absolutely not. That's just my thoughts. My daddies would never do that shit to me.
Correct.
That's just my thoughts on that. Sunshine, what are your thoughts?
I feel the same way. I feel like, wait a minute, let me take this off here. I feel like he's an a-hole. I feel like he is a loser. He's a bum, and he's trying to use the courts to shut them up about the stuff that he doesn't want the world to know. That's how I feel. But to sue your own daughter, you is a lame, nothing ass. Just he ugly anyway, so I don't even know why he slept with him. But he ugly, like.
He's a scoop ball, milk dud head
And then
ass
after
nigga.
hearing that girl story, what was her name, y'all? The one he was with when Black Ink first came out.
Duchess,
After
yes.
hearing what he did, F him. Like totally F him. I follow her on Bigo, and she living her best life. And she got a cute boyfriend now. He ain't ugly.
She do. I can't stand Caesar. I can't stand him. He's one of them niggas. I don't wish nothing bad on him. But if shit don't go right for him business wise, oh well, it is what it is. Just because he's a grimy ass dude, and he has done a lot of grimy shit on TV
Like
for
his
people to
breath
see.
stink. He look like one of them dudes. You look at him, it's like his breath stink. You just know his breath stink.
Yeah, he's a bum. He look like he the type of nigga, even though he got money, he's still finna take change out your purse.
Yeah.
He's not finna, if you give him a 20 to go to the store, for something that's $16, but you're not getting your $4 back. He that type of nigga.
Yep.
He not finna do it. Mizzle, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, I can't stand him either. I couldn't stand him for a long time. Especially, I was done with him when they jumped Alex. I was so done with that shit. I don't know if y'all watched my review. I was so done.
I was mad. Yes.
They jumped him for no reason like that.
They jumped him because they couldn't touch Donna.
Yeah, they couldn't touch Donna. It's like they jumped him. It's like, and he didn't do nothing to him. He was very respectful. So yes, I do believe that he will be. I think he will do something bad to his daughter. It's like that. For us to do too much. I mean, she said she was in the shower. You beat her. It's like that. I believe that. I definitely believe that you did something to her. Yeah. And you never really had a good relationship with her. Y'all was strained. Y'all just getting good graces. So why she would try to protect you and say that, oh, he didn't do it? No, she gonna speak her truth. Sure, you wasn't in her life for most of the time, so you beat her. She gonna say her truth like that. So put a stop to it. And the only way you would put a stop to something that you know is gonna get out of hand. You know, somebody go start digging. And so. Yeah, and that's why I was like, why you do cease and desist? So, no.
And he's saying that he's suing them over the alleged false accusations of child abuse. But the cease and desist is so they'll stop talking shit about him online. Yeah, that's what the cease and desist is about. Nigga, you wanted to be famous. Like you made a whole show off of your tattoo shop. You want to be famous.
And the people gonna talk about you online. It's like fans, families, like that, especially if you're a douchebag. Now, if he was an old standing guy, you think all the stories would come out like that? No.
You wouldn't give a damn what they were saying if you were a good guy, right?
Yeah, a good guy. It's like that. So it's like, you did something and it's coming out and people was tired of it. It could be abuse. Yes, it could be abuse. Very abuse. It's different levels. Abuse comes different levels. Y'all know I'm not here for domestic violence or nothing like that or none abuse at all. So it comes in different levels. So I think he did something to that daughter and she's upset and it's going in the daughter and the baby mama is protecting her daughter, the side of her daughter. Come on now.
He's a dead. And honestly, I mean, I know this, but him and Sky, they go down in history as deadbeat parents to me. Y'all remember
Mm-hmm.
Sky?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
Sky lied from the
Mm-hmm.
get go about her kids.
Mm-hmm.
a long time.
He
And
sure
I
did.
messed them up like that. No.
I still
Yep.
ain't never forgot that. And them boys are messed up now. Even the younger one was
He was
doing
good.
good.
He
He
was
was
doing
trying to
good.
get a
From
scholarship for
college and everything.
football. None of that.
It's
Now
all
he's
messed up
smoking
now.
weed and all of that with his brother and all of that. Which his older brother, he didn't have no choice for the way that. I mean, he's a product of his goddamn environment. He just wanted
Yeah.
his mama and he rebelled because he wanted his mama and he ended up being just like his goddamn mama.
Yep. Exactly like his mama.
That's fucked up. Sir Neil, what was your thoughts on old Scoop Ball?
This is the second runner-up for Dickhead on the episode tonight. Joe Budden with number one, and we got Cecil coming up with his scoop ball head. The only thing I'm going to say in his defense is don't be talking about ball head niggas because I look good with mine. Do not play.
Listen, I love a bald head. I love a
Okay?
bald head. But I
But
don't like
besides
that
that,
milk dud head ass nigga.
his aura, how he carries himself, is something you would expect. You know what I'm saying? Like a hot tail person, you would expect him to do something too much. And him sending, how you gonna beat your daughter then send her a cease and desist? What kind of fishy stuff is that? It's so like, and this is again that Hollywood shit. He's trying to protect his fucking brand, basically. We can say he did a whole season dedicated to reforming his relationship with his daughter, getting his baby mom the chin stuff, and all those things for the sake of the show. But now the only reason why he's stopping it is to and fro, so it won't get back to the show. He's protecting his brand, and it's sad because people do weird shit for fucking fame with ease. You know, I'm not sure if his wife or his former baby mom or his daughter can afford a lawyer, but I know he can afford a lawyer, and that puts him in an unfair, another bitch situation that he's putting them in. And it's just like it's all to keep faith. Everybody keeping faith. That's it. But don't nobody like him. I do watch Black Crew for the other people. I like Donna and her dude. Um,
Yeah.
there's certain people now, so I do watch it, but when he come in, he be trying to do his big ball and shit, and talk over everybody. I'd be like, this is not the mafia, bro. Please get off of the screen. Thank God my Roku got the pause, because I'd be like, pause that nigga. Fast forward. He's annoying, and I'm getting tired of these black men with this narrative, with these behaviors being accepted. And the only thing they got to do is issue an apology or a cease and desist to shut somebody up because they got a little bit of change. It's too
Straight like that.
Yeah, it's too easy for them to do that now. The only thing they gotta say is I'm sorry or send their lawyers to attack like a fucking attack dog. It's fucking cowardly and gross.
Oh, what was I saying?
Tracy said that you see T.I. and Tiny Son. I seen something briefly. He had got into it with somebody. That little nigga is bad. I don't keep up with King. That nigga need a book. He need a mentor. He need a boys and girls club or something. But that little nigga is bad. I just can't. First of all, I can't watch teenagers as it is just because I can't. But then that nigga, he bad. He like bad. He need his little ass whooped.
Ass whoop.
He is like he need the ass whooping that T.I. should have got when he was his age.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
okay.
Straight like that. Brandy, what did he do in the mukbang? That's what I meant to ask you.
Oh, I remember that too,
What
Brandon.
did he do?
He's
She
an
said he rubbed it.
asshole.
He was just being an asshole in general. And B Love didn't say nothing to him.
No,
Child, I'd have said something to his
Miss B
goddamn
Love,
ass.
she just laugh everything. She just laugh, hey, she making her coin.
Does she even still be on Bigo anymore?
I don't know. I haven't seen her on there.
I haven't, girl. I haven't been on Bigo. It's on my other phone. I just
I haven't seen her on there.
Cola
I
is
know
my
she was
Bigo.
coming back though.
Child, ain't nobody got time for that shit.
Mhm.
Anyways, y'all, that's all I got. Y'all got anything else for me?
Oh yeah, I think we forgot. I think we wants to talk about the states want to pass these abortion laws that'll try to overturn. They're trying to overturn
Ooh.
to that. So yeah, recently the Texas governor, your state,
Oh, I know.
heartbeat bill, that meaning that nobody should take abortion once as early as 6 weeks when the heartbeat is there. nobody should get abortion. And then they also not make an exception of rape and incest either.
Yep.
They said
For
they got
real?
accepting pills. That's the only thing they will accept if it's a medical, I think, emergency, they said, or something like that. But other than that, no other exception will be granted. So if they have heartbeat is there, you can't get an abortion. But even though he signed it, it's still not going past because he can't overturn the Roe v. Wade.
Right.
It's supposed to be abortion in every state, and it's supposed to be a right. So I don't know what's these red states. What's the Texas did it? What was the one before? Alabama. It was something else. A couple other states that's passing these laws. And I said, what for? And I said, where is the females at? Because I know some of them probably still on board. But I said, where is the female leaders? Like, I know sometimes the men dominated, so they take over the job. But I said, where is the female leaders? Like, y'all sit there and go let them vote, say yes to this? Just smack them upside the head or something. It's like, come on now. It's like, how you going to tell somebody that they can't abort? It's like, especially
men have no right to tell women what they could do with their body.
Yeah.
I've always been against that right there.
Not granted, they all females out there that will recklessly have a sex and stuff like that. They're granted.
That's true.
But the ones that get taken advantage of at a young age, and you can't tell me they can't do it once it gets, they probably even know they're pregnant. It's like they can't give it a pill, and that's it. And they can't get an abortion. That's messed up. I ain't like that at all. I was pissed off. I said, okay, whatever. But I said, why they think they can overturn this federal rule? Why they thought that was going to happen? No, it's going to the Supreme Court.
Why is it always a bunch of old ass white men that think they can tell women what to do with their body?
Yeah.
And they put all these little weird ass bylines in between. They use abortion to hide things like we fucking stupid. No, we know what you're doing.
They better be happy. They better keep abortions because all the little black women that they mess with on the side, honey, and other races they mess with on the side, or when they wife don't know, and them oops babies.
Right.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Raping people.
Well, I worked in reproductive health for many, many, many years. I've seen women as young as 12 years old, all the way up to women as old as 47, 50 years old that have gotten termination services from anything from having been raped to there being difficulties within the pregnancy, to them having their own health conditions that could, affect them or the pregnancy, to, termination services being a form of birth control for some women. I've seen it all. And so for, again, a heterosexual, white, liberal male to make the decision on what a female can do with her body in her pregnancy is one of the most, it's the most, it's sickening, it's disgusting. In a way, it still feels like slavery to me. It's discrimination. You don't know what, just some of the stories that I had to take home with me, emotional stories that weighed on me, from 12-year-olds being raped by their father, their uncle, their grandfather, their brothers, or being trafficked out and getting pregnant and don't know who the father of their child is, to women who've been raped by their husbands, or anything. And how can you tell a woman, okay, you can't get an abortion, although you have been raped, you don't want this child. I, as a male, have never been pregnant. I don't know what it's like to have a child kick, to feel the flutter of the movement in my body. I don't know what that's like. But I'm going to tell you that you can either go through this pregnancy and have this child, or you can go through this pregnancy and give it up to somebody else. Like, that makes no sense to me, because again, as a male, you don't know what it feels like to feel those flutters of that child kicking, to have, even though it's horrible dealing with morning sickness and tender breast and your body going all crazy. That's something that every woman wants to go through during a pregnancy. a pregnancy that they want, that they you know, that they plan for or whatever. And to put a woman in a situation to say, I don't care what led you up to being pregnant, these are your two options. Either you're going to carry this pregnancy and you're going to give it away, or you're forced to be a parent to this child. And even still, they're not thinking when you're forcing people to be parents, you're running the risk of having children who are going to be murderers, committing all kinds of goddamn crimes, out here looting shit, tearing shit up, all because they'll be raised in a household, in an environment that they didn't want, that they weren't wanted in the first place. Like these people that make them laws, I wish I could just, you know, do like a, what is that called? I can't think of the word of it. Like a Freaky Friday, where you just switch roles up or have them switch roles with somebody.
Don't live in a house with a single mother and 4 kids she got to take care of in different grades in school, babysitting and everything, but she handling business while trying to keep young boys off the street from getting shot, while trying to keep the young women in her family from getting pregnant. Don't do that with financial minimum, but still making it. They coming from some privileged white shit, okay? They may have had the option of a mother and father. They may even have been middle class. But I bet you just because the opaqueness of their skin put them in a better demographic and what situation, period. Okay?
Right.
It's an abuse of power, and it makes me sick, and it actually like makes my like. Do we have a fucking brain cells that's dying every day? Because this is asinine as fuck. They want us to believe this shit because it's an abuse of power. We're not gonna believe this. I'm not going for it. And I hope Texas does not go for it. Get it off. Just like Mizzle said, Roe v. Wade, they can't fuck with it anyway. But for the audacity for them to continue to bring up these abortion topics when there's probably about 2 women on the panel or council, whatever, talking about the shit.
Yep. Tracy, you bring up an excellent point when you say that. Myself and some other colleagues who used to work in reproductive health, we said the same thing. It's like they almost want women to find these back alley clinics where they can get these termination services done and risk the chance of losing their own lives or even making themselves, you know, sterile to where they won't be able to conceive later on, you know? Also, school needs more funding. Bring back sex ed. Yes. Do these kids nowadays know? I love that. That is absolutely true. And real sex ed, not just, you know, what happens when this and this, but real sex ed, and allow kids to ask
abstinence, stuff like that.
Exactly.
Take that baby home.
That's what we in elementary school. Yeah, in elementary school, I remember my sex ed class in 6th grade. They talk about abstinence. They never talked about STDs. They talked about what a woman's body was, what a man's body was, and how a baby was conceived, and abstinence. They didn't talk about options at all. You know, if you are pregnant, they didn't talk about birth control. They didn't talk about what STDs are, how you get them, any of that. It wasn't until I got into high school and we got into like home ec that we had to take the flower baby home that we started to learn a little bit more. But even still, nowadays, kids is fucking in elementary school. That's when they need to be taking that damn baby home. Like, I've been so engulfed in... I don't know if y'all watch Soft White Underbelly on YouTube, but I have been so engulfed in Soft White Underbelly.
That should be blowing my mind. I'd be like, thank you, Jesus. I've paused in the middle of episodes and start praying and got to go in my house. I had to bring it in.
Yes, if y'all do not watch Soft White Underbelly, it's this guy that does a document. He does interviews with people that from California that live on either Skid Row or Figueroa. He interviews prostitutes. He interviews pimps, people who are addicted to all kinds of drugs, alcohol. He interviews rapists, sex offenders. He interviews all kinds of people. And here lately, I was already watching Amanda's story, and another content creator that I follow. Shout out to Local Libra, because she was talking about Amanda's story. And that led me down the rabbit hole of watching the sex workers videos and all of that. If y'all watch Soft White Underbelly, it will make you so appreciative and so humble of the life, the little messed up life that you have. And it will make you just appreciate your mother, your father, your upbringing, and every goddamn thing that you have gone through.
Yes.
So if y'all don't watch Soft White Underbelly, follow him. He is somebody to watch.
Yeah, I think I said it's Texas. Some of these states have some forms of restriction. Texas, let me say Georgia, Idaho, Iowa, Kentucky.
Texas does here. Yep.
Mississippi, North Dakota, Ohio, Oklahoma, South Carolina, and Tennessee. Those last motherfucking states. That's what it is trying to do.
Plain and simple.
Repeat them states again. I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
Okay, so it was Texas, Georgia, Idaho, Iowa, Kentucky, Louisiana, Mississippi, North Dakota, Ohio, Oklahoma, South Carolina, and Tennessee.
All red states, all Republican states.
Yep.
That's some control issues like a motherfucker. I mean, it's clear as day.
And that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to overturn the Roe vs. Wade. And hopefully these people don't try to fall for that. Some of them is getting blocked, but they try to overturn it. So if they get some knuckleheads who really think that it's going to be true, they could overturn that thing. And I don't like that. They should not have overturned that.
Well, I pray it doesn't pass. I do, because I just feel like nobody should be able to tell a woman what to do with her body. No, I do not believe in abortions, but I also don't feel like it's a man's choice or anyone else's choice to tell a woman not to have one. That's their own.
Exactly. That is my thing. Exactly. You don't know what these women have. I remember one story. Oh, it was a young girl. She was 12 years old, and she had been assaulted by her grandfather and her brother.
Oh Lord.
She didn't know who she was pregnant by, and she was pretty far along. And I just sit and think, because I stayed with her the whole time. She was just crying and weeping, and it's like I just wanted to take her home with me. I just wanted to take her home with me. But she's somebody that I always think about, because it's like, just imagine somebody like her being turned away and being told that you're going to have to continue on with the pregnancy and raise a child that, that's just messed up. Like you said, for any man, period, to be able to make the decisions on what a woman can do with their body. Now, I get it, because there are some men who are, are fathers and want to be stand-up fathers and want to have a say in, what goes on throughout the pregnancy and this, that, and the other. But ultimately, that woman is carrying that child. And ultimately, she's going to be the one that's going to have to go through so many hours and push this child out and all this. So it's just messed up for any of them to do that. But yeah, Texas, they have the bill now to where as soon as a heartbeat is visible, that they can't continue on with the services.
Texas is mad because all these motherfuckers is moving to Texas from California.
Okay. It hasn't passed though, right? That law, it didn't pass yet, right?
I think it's not passed fully yet. Let me check.
They're trying to stop the population of Texas from growing. That's what they're trying to do.
Well, the thing is, the people come from out of other areas and move to
it was signed by George Bush.
Well, it says that he signed the bill. So yeah, I didn't say it went through yet, but it says that he signed the bill. That's fucked up. Either way it goes, it's fucked up. Greg Abbott can kiss my ass. Greg Abbott can kiss my entire damn ass.
You know, when we do these Auntie Momo, we should do like a loser of the day or something. Like, kiss my ass. Damn. When we pick somebody.
Motherfucker, I can't stand goddamn Greg Abbott. And I have my own reasons for not liking him as well. We have the homeless ban that we're dealing with here in Austin right now. And y'all know I work closely with the homeless community. So right now there's a camping ban, and that's like going to displace a lot of my patients. And what it was, the people that voted on this camping ban were people like Greg Abbott, all of the rich white people that live on the outskirts of Austin that worry about coming into the city, and there being homeless people where they got to go jogging and where they got to go to do their yoga and go have Starbucks and shit. Don't even actually live in the city, but they make the decisions on what the people who live in the city should do. It's just shit like that. And Greg Abbott is a part of that too. So he can kiss my ass on all of that. I was looking for Soft White Underbelly because I was gonna put their channel in the chat so y'all can check them out.
They did that shit with the Oscars down here. When they hosted the Oscars, they cleared out a train station here in downtown Los Angeles where the homeless live. They have like little places. You know, they cleared that motherfucker out and all the homeless people started migrating up here towards the Long Beach. They ain't never bothered to clean it up before, but for the celebrities, the Oscars to be hosted there, thinking it has to be public taste, they clean this shit up. Like,
Yeah, so what we're hoping will happen is that since they want to move all of our homeless community out of the city where they come and frequent, we're hoping that pushes them out to their neighborhoods and where they live, and that they put up their tents in the nice, pretty little white neighborhoods, fuck your whole little world up, and maybe you'll be a little bit more open and see that, you know, although this person is homeless, that's still a part of your community. This person ain't no, the only difference between you and them is that you get paid and you're sober enough to go to work every fucking day. That's the only damn difference.
They don't call the police. Karen gonna make a move. They gonna call
That's it.
and just
Atlanta
put them
downtown, it
That's
is
what
like
they all
that. Hell, homeless, but never help them. It irritates me. See, that's what I don't like. This, and here in Austin, we do have a lot of resources here to help our homeless community, and so that's why a lot of people that do experience homelessness move here to Austin, because you know we give them free health insurance, and that pays for medical, that pays for their prescriptions, it pays for different specialists and different things like that. And you know we can get them housing, and you know just different stuff, rehab and all that. So there's a lot of resources, but there's a lot of hoops and just shit that they have to go through to be able to get the different resources. So again, with this camping ban here in Austin, yeah, you got a camping ban. So what you gonna do with the homeless people? You saying they can't camp? So where the fuck you gonna put them? You gonna put them in your house? You gonna put them in your goddamn backyard? Like that, I could go on and on about that shit, but I'm not. But I'm not. Y'all, we're not gonna be here next Sunday because that's Memorial Day. I might get on here, do a little live, maybe a little sip and chill or something, depends on how I'm feeling. Oh, I'm lying. No, I'm not. Next week Sunday is my mama's birthday. R.I.P. Mom, I love you. I'm going to hang with the white folks, y'all. They invited me to a concert. I said, hell yeah. Damn straight. I hung with my white friends yesterday, and I had the time of my life, y'all. We went axe throwing.
Yeah, next Monday is Memorial Day, and I know a lot of people will be out during the weekend, celebrating the Memorial weekend. So that's what you will be on, y'all.
But we will be back June 6th for our Pride Live. Yes, that's going to be the shit, y'all. Make sure to hit us up. Let me put the email in here. RealQueens, RealTalk at gmail.com, y'all. If you, again, June 6th is going to be our Pride Live. So if you want to get on here, tell any stories, any things that you've experienced, any of your coming out stories, you want to give some encouragement, anything that you want to do, or you know of any friendly local, like they call them here in Austin, your local neighborhood restaurants and bars and things like that to frequent, because I got some good local neighborhood restaurants and bars I can suggest to y'all here in Austin, Texas. They know me, they're my people. I love them. But y'all, that's all I got. I'm sleepy as fuck.
All right.
I'm sleepy as shit, y'all. I appreciate y'all. I enjoyed y'all.
It was a great show.
It was a great show.
I got the rest of the night because it's still early, so I'm gonna get the shit.
Yeah, he's at 3 hours before us.
I'm finna take my bra off. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all, and then shit y'all can do about it. We'll see y'all in 2 weeks. Bye-bye. have a question or need some advice, send us an email at realqueensrealtalk@gmail.com. And remember, you can always remain anonymous.